Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Streggy, and here I have another review for you of a film that is more mainstream, just to show you that I do reviews of films that are a little bit more into the light of what people know nowadays. With a film that is directed by Patrick Hughes, who came out the bandwagon of doing or directing films like Red Hill and The Expendables 3. And here we have a interesting combination of actors that are involved with each other in The Hitman's Bodyguard from 2017. And here's the cover of it. Samuel L. Jackson, Ryan Reynolds, Gary Oldman, and Selma Hayek. So what's interesting is that there are quite a few production companies that are backing this film. We have Millennium Media in association with Crystal Pictures, in association with Eastlight Media, in association with TIK Films, in association with New Boyana Film Studios. Also with Campbell Grobman Films, which is a production company, as well as TDMP, and an executive production of Tom Day Mold Productions, and Netherlands Film Production Incentive, a supportive production company from the Netherlands, and Skydance Media, which was uncredited in the film. So in the very beginning, Ryan Reynolds is a bodyguard, and he plays a man by the name of Michael Bryce, and his slogan is basically, if it looks boring, it's boring is more, professional. Where every car that he ever picks has to look, out of place, like it fits in, and stuff like that. So he's ultimately a bodyguard for some very high-end people. So when a very high-end Japanese official gets shot, then the film goes to 2 years later, and evidently he's still doing bodyguard work for high-end office people, but he blames his girlfriend, who plays Amelia Rousel, who is played by Elodie Yung. We have an interesting cast of characters here where in the present stage, there is a court drama going on where Gary Oldman plays this Russian diplomat who evidently is a president of their country, and he back in the day, and he goes by the name of Vladislav Dukovich, and he's got a team of gunmen behind him, and what he does is he shoots and kills the family of a Professor Asimov, who was played by Rod Hallett, where evidently he'd been a professor in his country, and he taught against him, and in order to teach him a lesson, he shot his family. So ultimately, what happens is that one of the men who witnessed this whole assassination of this entire community, it just so happens to be Samuel L. Jackson's character, who, ultimately, he is a man who was is already in prison, um, who goes by the name of Darius Kincaid. And Selma Hayek plays his wife, who was also in prison. So in order to take down this Russian official, played by Gary Oldman, he's got to make a deal so that Sonia can survive, his Sonia, and he's got to take his testimony up against the official in the courtroom drama that is going on. And what happens is chaos, so to speak. The character of Amelia Russell, she's evidently in charge of a bodyguard company that is taking Darius Kincaid to his area of destination so that he can be the witness for this trial. And evidently there are some inside people who are inside Interpol that are not exactly on their side. In fact, it just so happens to be one of the officials that is in charge of our agent, Amelia Russell. And so we have a little bit of chaos on our hands, where ultimately Amelia calls in Michael, and turns out the two, Michael Bryce and Kincaid, have kind of a history between each other, and they start fighting with each other. And then Samuel L. Jackson's character ends up giving him relationship advice, and they end up having each other's backs. But what I like about the two pairing up is their craziness mixed together. Your white boy mixed, white man mixed with your black humor, and they complement each other with each other's humor. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson comes a long way in being able to be relaxed and say whatever the heck he wants to feel. And I think the director kind of let them improv off each other in this film, because you know what? These are relatively seasoned actors, and they are relatively seasoned with their comedy. And I think the two paired together with their action sequences, there was definitely a decent car chase. I mean, come on, with that ugliest car you could even imagine, to be able to make that do what it needed to do. And I like the fact that when Darius Kincaid's character, when he could have actually ran off, he actually came back and saved Michael Bryce's character from these guys who were torturing him. And it's this back-to-back, camaraderie and pissing each other off is kind of what made the film. And I also have to give credit to Selma Hayek. She played the badass uh, female who was stuck in prison, who was protecting her husband very well. And I love her accent. She is definitely sexy, definitely beautiful. And I just love her attitude in this whole film. And I think it's kind of funny how both of the characters had um, Mexican females as their partners, as their significant lovers. In any case, I thought the film was funny as shit. I thought the action was very good. I thought the maneuvers that they were able to do were very unique, and I thought that they brought a level of chaos together in the end, and it was just an interesting blend of you know comedy with action. So, in any case, hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts on this film. I enjoyed the film. I think I will enjoy it watching it again if I ever needed to. But I thought it was hilarious. In any case, if you have seen the film, definitely comment below. And if you have not yet, definitely like and subscribe to my page. I will definitely love to hear what your thoughts were on the film and whether or not we concur. In any case, thanks for listening and have a nice day, evening, or morning, wherever you are.